Hello and welcome, this is Rather Reading This, and today I'd rather be playing Divinity Original Sin 2 and continuing on the adventures of Fricky. Last time we finally defeated Tromtoy and we continuing the in this madman's lair. This is Baracus Rex's underground or something. We found this by getting to the mysterious cave and having to fight this guy over and over again. Between episodes, I used the heal to heal them. Also discovered that by poisoning some food with the this fang over here, Zig's fang, I can see if you go to combine, if you combine the fang and some food stuff, you will poison it. Poison, which then would heal pain. I was having a problem healing him. Okay. Now that all the characters are healed up, and let's move on. Save. Carry on to these strange, keep half expecting traps or something weird. No. Wow. Ornate chests.
That's plenty.
This, the purging, this is what we're looking for.
Look at that wand. It hums within a source.
I presume this is what's going to... Supernova skill book, excellent. I think this is what I was wanting to buy, yes. I feel faint should learn that. It allows you 4 uses of purging skill. But, oh, excellent. So it explodes doing 63 to 75 damage in a large area around you. I feel that we need to be careful our characters aren't close by. Gold. Lady Shelburne and Sir Buckingham. Gold. Chest. Scoundrel. Water arrows. An unidentified shield. Oh, hang on. Some more runes.
Made it all this way.
I thought you did. Why was he so intent on keeping you out?
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet sob.
I'm cursed, you know. Bloody Brackus bound me here to protect his vault. He has my soul in that jar just there, and I can't leave without it. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die.
What did you do to earn such a punishment? Well, I can guess.
I don't rightly know. This was the Source King's way. Befriend you, then destroy you. I was a fool to expect I'd be an exception.
It's hard to get admitted.
His favor was intoxicating. That's no excuse, but it is the reason.
Let's break his soul jar. Let him free. At least we don't have to fight him again.
Really? You would?
He drops to his knees before you and grabs onto your feet with both hands, head hanging.
Thank you.
Oh, nice. What have we got here? Does anyone be taking a toy again? +1 wits, +2 initiative. Requires finesse. Finesse, Hydra Fist. The drag. +1 intelligence, +3 dodging. That's good. That would be good for Fane. It's a staff of the mages. Giving fire damage. 10 to 12 fire. I mean, that's quite good for Fane. He is kind of the fire dude. He's currently got Hilda's plate. Oh no, that's on the red print, isn't it? So we're gonna get magic armor and things as well. Rare. It's all rare. Our main character, we don't have, we can't look at our skill sheets unfortunately now. I feel like this could be the best. Remove my phone on silent. +1 wits, +2 initiative. I'm gonna go for this. I don't know why we did that with wrong character. Grathia, Gratianas, Necromancer, Captain Zephyr, some more gold, Heart of the Tyrant, chest armor. Artifacts of the Tyrant.
The jar before you may have looked opulent once, but no longer. Now it's covered in grime, its paint chipped away, and its jewels long stolen. The soul jar rocks slightly, light flashing from underneath its lid. On its rim, you can just barely make out the name Gratiana.
That's the one. Is Gratiana the one from the grove she was looking at?
As soon as you touch the jar's cracked surface, you see a vision of splendor, silks, fine food, and decadent lechery. But underneath it all lies bone and blood. The vision shifts. You see burning villages, slaughtered women and children. You see her, purging wand in hand, standing amongst it all. She throws her head back and laughter echoes in your skull.
That's not good.
A shadow falls across her, and you see a large, weeping face. She reaches out as if to comfort, but Bracchus drags her back. You see her fall into the mire of the swamp, trapped.
So Bracchus was doing a good thing?
As you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep, longing sadness in your soul. Is it regret, or just sadness for a life that used to be?
So we could take the jar, smash it to pieces and release that soul. Could absorb the soul inside. Upgrade you, maybe curse you. That doesn't seem very... Let's leave that alone and speak to the other characters.
Terrible vision fades.
Gratiana used the pain and death of others for her pleasure. She should be damned until the end of time.
Gratiana's life was selfish and hedonistic. No mercy.
Whatever a person may have done in life, they can always be redeemed.
Okay.
However her life began, it ended well. No one should be damned because of their youth.
Okay.
The jar sits still. It seems inert.
Well, we were supposed to take them back, so let's put them in our backpack. Oh, encumbered. How heavy are these? 3, okay, so let's put this... sort by weight. Portrait of a woman. Okay, that's quite heavy. We'll put that into his bag. Unidentified. And this Magister's. This exotic scimitar. Okay, well that gives us some wiggle room for now. He says, grabbing another portrait. What about this one?
This jar glitters and glows. From within, you think you can make out the distant sound of laughter.
It's a necromancer.
With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a scene in a tavern. You see a dwarf in the center of the room, joking us all around raw with laughter. All bar the zombies, who are slavishly serving food and drink.
Okay.
The door opens, and a tall, beautiful woman stalks into the room. She's flanked by heavily armed guards. You can't make out her words, but see the fear in the dwarf's eyes.
Okay, that's...
The dwarf mutters a word, and the undead lurch towards the intruder, but are cut down like wheat. The dwarf tries to run, pushing her friends into the woman's path, but is grabbed before she can escape. As she's dragged away to a tower, you hear her cursing Brachus Rex and his whore. Even when she's thrown inside and the door sealed, you can still hear her shouts. You pull your hand away from the jar, your head swimming. You can feel the dwarf's cold terror still twisting in your gut.
I guess he was a necromancer. They just said zombie servants.
Fades.
I can do little but condemn that necromancer's cowardice as greed.
She must have been acting against Brachus Rex for him to have come for her like that.
That's true.
The dead as slaves. What a disgusting display. She deserves every punishment she got.
Yes, I didn't think Faden would be happy with that.
Locked in a tower was more kindness than any necromancer deserves.
The jar seems quieter now. It sits still.
I'm not sure what this absorbing these cells are for. Let's put it in the backpack. Necromancer Rask Soul.
The jar on the plinth before you see the pictograms spin to life, and you're dragged into a dream.
This is lizards of an ancient empire.
Turning their backs on you, casting you out into the wilderness. As you roam, the human apes turn away from you, all but one. One smiles, one opens his arms, one says he'll take you home. Brachus Rex.
There's another necromancer.
Promises power for a price. He picks off your golden scales one by one, stripping you down to the bone. He promised you a crown, but all you got was shackles. You try to fight, try to reclaim what's yours, but a woman takes you by the hand and leads you to a tower. He promised he'd take me home, you cry. You are home, she smiles as she seals the door. This is where you belong. Your hand drops away from the soul jar, your skin prickling. In the back of your mind, you hear a small, scared voice whimper before fading to nothing.
That doesn't sound very fair.
The long-dead lizard's visions fade.
He committed these crimes out of pain, not malice. He ought to be forgiven. Such self-innocent, I need it. What is he talking about here? He's talking about Baraka's say.
I can't help but sympathize with him. He just wanted to go home.
No amount of loneliness excuses wickedness. He helped a monster for selfish reasons.
What he did shames his people.
The pictograms on the jar stand fixed and still.
Should we try to smash this one? Yeah, let's try to do
You
this.
see a shape emerge from the ruins of the broken jar, a lizard in the finest necromancer robes. It grudgingly nods at you as it starts to fade from the mortal realm.
Farewell to flesh. Farewell to bone. Farewell.
Okay, well, he can go home. Captain Zech's soul jar.
A soul jar rests between two fallen columns, emanating a faint odor of seaweed and timber.
Let's pry this one
Touch
free.
the glass, your vision wavers. You emerge on the prow of a fine ship. Your armor pulses with enchantment, dominating those who draw near. Your flag flies for Brachus Rex, a tyrant who traded for your soul. With his power, your flesh and blood is no longer relevant.
Yeah.
The vision fades as the soul thrashes, trying to sever your connection.
Chase your soul into the darkness till you catch it. The light is where your soul belongs. Heard it there. Take it to the light.
Soulless is a horrible, empty fate. You seek out Brachus's vault, but the moment you reach the soul jar, he ensnares you. Thus imprisoned, you can only dream about what is out of reach. Your soul and that alluring armor. The vision shatters as the soul squirms away from you, curling up in the bottom of the jar. The soul jar pulses with trapped life force.
Yank the lid open and feast on the soul inside. This is very different. We don't have opinions. Let's just leave it alone for now. Do we have any opinions? No. We've got that last one. This one just seems different. I'm curious. I don't think I should be feasting on souls. But as an experiment,
The soul jar pulses
quick saved
with trapped
and
life force.
let's feast on
Your
it.
mind hungers, but your body is already glutted with sauce. You are too full to feast.
Oh. Okay, so that's how we could get source points. No, I don't think I want to do that.
Trapped life force.
So we'll set them free? I think
What
so.
remains of the outraged soul molds itself into a defiant skull, glowering at you before it vanishes.
Snake! Worm!
Okay, maybe not a good idea. We've got another
Soul jar
necromancer.
stands on its plinth. You see, or rather, you feel, a far
Fall off land.
frozen breath hangs in the air. Pine needles brush your cheeks, and in your arms you can feel a weight. A body, dead. But you have hope. Your vision swims. You're older, but perhaps not wiser. You march at the head of a shambling host, the enemies of Brachus Rex melting before you. The scene twists again. Now Brachus stands before you, a beautiful woman at his side. You lash out in treasonous rage, but cold arms bind you. You're sealed away in a tower. Your screams fill the dark.
So she became a necromancer to bring somebody back, then became the head of his army, then turned
You
against
feel a
him.
jolt and open your eyes to see the soul jar before you, lying still in the vault. Your hand falls from the jar and grips the pillar as you try to calm your ragged breathing.
It's quite intense. What has everyone else got to say?
The necromancer's memories fade to black, but the feelings remain.
I'd forgiven the soul. Punishment must fit the crime. This doesn't. I'd forgive the soul. So she tried to bring somebody back, etc. That turned out badly. So she ended up working for Brachus, then realized, you're better off without vile recompenses. Well,
They
let's
may have been a
forgive.
necromancer, but they did not feel evil. Misguided, perhaps.
Yes, I agree.
Anyone who marches at the head of an undead host deserves whatever punishment they...
Yeah, no, Fane's not going to be.
One must wonder how many more lives they took. How much misery the scum caused.
The jar.
Okay,
stands
let's take
cold.
this. Have we got everything? There's a little room off to the side. Oh, that's how we came in. Oh, we've come like full circle. No more paintings on the wall, strange things like that. There's a statue.
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism.
There's something strange about the statue. Look it over with great care. Yeah, let's do
As
that.
you take in its chiseled details, you have a vision. The statue comes to life and embraces you awkwardly with its broken arms. Unable to resist, you're flown away into an endless dark.
Okay.
That shrine seems to have brought me here. What is this place?
Quackus, we had
The higher powers has temporarily granted you the ability to see spirits. As you learn to channel more source, you will make
soil.
use a powerful ability to summon at will in this mortal realm. Okay. So they're still here. We're alone. And it's like a vision area? Which way? Let's try go down here. Sir Laurier came with us.
Oh, how pensively our shield looks down upon us.
Okay. I don't think this is the time. Just thought he might have had something useful. Ah, there's a spirit. Relic.
The helmeted figure before you slowly turns to face you. He raises his weapon, a great ethereal sword, and rushes forward, ready to strike you.
Shield yourself, duck, hoping to avoid the blow. Hold up both hands, shout to the figure, you're not his enemy. They seem to be fighting in the background.
The figure plants a foot before you, raises his sword, and commands,
Fight!
Raise your weapon, prepare to sidestep his attack and strike back. Brace yourself to take the blow. Tell him to stop the madness.
The figure charges you head on, ready to plunge the sword into your chest. As he charges, he suddenly evaporates into the ether, passing through your body. Deep, dark cold blooms in every particle of your body. The figure materializes behind you and grabs your head with one hand, pressing his sword to your throat with the other. If you so much as breathe too suddenly, it will slice your jugular with ease.
Well, that's not good.
You are my champion? How I wasted my efforts saving you as the ship went down.
Did he save us? Tell him to release you if he wants to speak to you. Tell him you have no idea what he means. Tell him he is quickly losing your fealty if you intend indeed what he says. Say that if he truly saved you from drowning, you owe him your thanks.
The time for gratitude is gone. The fight to survive is the only remaining battle. The divine is dead. Voidwoken haunt the night. Do you think I would let my people, our people, suffer so deeply without intervening?
Okay.
I chose you to be my champion, but it seems I've chosen wrong.
Okay, well he doesn't want to. Swing your head back, slicing your neck along the blade, and slam the back of your head against his face. That doesn't sound like a very good idea. But maybe he wants you to fight him. I mean, we've gone the diplomat. That's clearly not what he wants. This seems just an excuse. This seems like a terrible idea. I can't quick save it.
He staggers back, holding his nose. The wound on your neck quickly knits together.
Okay, that was the best.
You may do well after all.
Recognizing you being great power, lower your eyes and wait for him to go on. Ask him what he's talking about.
You are my champion, and I am your god.
Okay.
His visor. Two deep green eyes fix you in their stare. In an instant, you know you are speaking to Ralik, god of all humans.
Okay. Ask him why him and the seven gods have left Riverland godless.
In a moment of weakness, we were led astray. We have suffered greatly for our mistakes, and our people along with us. But now there may be a way to mend what has been broken.
Okay.
I see a spark in you. The beginnings of a fire that may blaze our path back to preeminence in Riverlon. This is why I've chosen you, to lead humankind back toward divinity.
Okay.
This is why you are my selected, my Godwoken.
We're the Godwoken. See if your own path no type of divergence. Try the word out, Godwoken. Someone really expected we were different? Well, of course, we're the main character. Let's ask what that means. Let me show you.
A great surge of power arrests your heart, your mind.
Oh, we get bliss.
Ecstatic, replete.
Ask him what this
You
power
may have
is.
noticed I've tried to help you on your journey. I blessed the water beneath your feet so that it would aid you. Now you have the power for yourself. And this is only the beginning. More and greater powers await you, if only you will seek them. Only one like you can wield them.
Oh, this is excellent.
Marked for greatness.
So I was keeping a point for Fane because I thought that Bless was a spell that we were going to find somewhere.
One who can either rise to this great task or let his people fall to ruin.
Ask what he wants you to do. The world is full of humans more capable. No. He has no right to thrust this burden. No, let's ask him what he wants us to
Your purpose
do.
will be great, but the first step is simple. Escape the grasp of those who would do you harm.
Okay, so he's saying get off the armor.
You and
Get
you
it from-
alone must safely leave this place. You and you alone must rise above the reach of minor people.
Say you've made friends here and you'd care for them until I see them clearly and safely out of harm's reach too.
Rallic visibly bristles at the mention of your companions.
I am not the only of the 7 seeking a champion, my child. Your friends may have been similarly summoned by powers that threaten the very existence of our race.
Okay.
He casts his gaze over the war below, where God fights God in a relentless, bloodless battle.
Oh, that's what that is at the back there.
Times have changed. The gods are at war. The victor will choose the terms of peace. If we fail, if you fail, our race may well be lost.
Oh, yeah.
A father knows when he may trust in his children and when he must intervene. I know that you will succeed if you choose it. Do not disappoint me.
Great. We have Bless. Nice. Where is it? Oh, we're gonna have to make space for it somewhere. Set Bless what I think this is. What do I remove to get it? Okay, maybe Fossil Strike? We just haven't used that in an age. And Fane has got it. Nice to slow people. Okay, I'm gonna take out that and add Bless. Nice. Bless target character or surface. Celoria.
Blessed branches, we've returned. Every second we spent in that hellish place was a second the great acorn drew closer. Interesting. You thought it was interesting, Quercus? Do you know what's interesting? Watching an entire world be strangled by the roots of doom, seeing the giant races fall like leaves in frost, hearing the scream.
He was there intentionally.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am perfectly calm.
You don't seem very calm. I do like Celoria.
Anyway, as interesting as that cold hellscape might have been, it does not solve our problem. We are here to stop the great acorn, not hide from it.
Saving the world is no small task. How could we help? What is the greater?
Already helping more than it knows, Quercus. The fate of the world depends on our ability to research a spell to protect Rivellon.
You need to research a spell.
We need to travel across the land, gathering clues, experimenting with different magics, and come up with a spell to shield Rivellon from its doom. Of course, for us to do that, we must avoid being eaten by the servants of the Great Acorn, and that is where our big, foolhardy shield comes in.
This thing can do more than just kill the boys working for him. Let's just take care of the grand nuts. What can we do?
Ah! Quirkers! Quirkers! It thinks it can use magic at our level. I don't know if that's adorable or just sad.
Oh, really? As you have magic?
No, I am not going to share our magic with it. I don't care how much you like it, Quirkers. Very well, I cannot give it magic, but I can teach it how to forge one spell, if it will keep you happy.
We're going to get a spell for it.
The squirrel reaches out, touching your foot with a delicate paw, and you feel your mind open. You can see the forces of magic and see how to combine them in a new way.
Oh, really?
There, maybe now your pet will have a fighting chance. Yes, you're welcome, but can we please get on and save the world now?
Erratic Wisp. You get a new spell? It's got a spell book. Where is it? Water sword. Bleed fire needs polymorph. Needs scoundrel. This. Did it just give me the spell? No. Give me a spell book. Sort by last picked up. These are the soul jars. Is it a recipe that it gave us? Recipes, yes. Try more. Erratic Wisp. Any huntsman? Any Europhage? Okay. I wonder what that does. Well, what we can do... Where are we going to put this now? Needs polymorph. Are they all able to get blessed? Oh, really? They're all full, I see. Oh, you need source points for bless. Skill from items. He knows first aid, but he needs huntsman. No, I don't feel that's kind of his vibe. It's not where I should put his. I mean, I could give him a point of huntsman so that he could use it. He'd need. I was thinking we could later give him that. We're able to teleport him. Into summoning. Dual wielding because of the wands? Is that dual wielding? Would that give him more damage? Gives a bit of dodge as well. No, I think I'm going to do this and add fire. Fire seems to be his thing. Okay, no. great. And I see it's time to put a cut in. So after that quite good adventure, I'm going to say that it's time for me to go. So this is Rather Reading This, and I'd rather be playing Divinity Original Sin 2 and continuing with the epic journey of Fricky, but it's time for me to go. So goodbye.